Okay, did Hurricane Irma have any effects on the real estate industry? Answer, absolutely. Vince Arcuri from Ellie Associates and Mike Larosa from Hillsborough Title Company join us with some surprising stats in the aftermath. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thanks
This is so interesting. I can't wait to kind of dive into this because that was my first thought was how did these storms affect the real estate market? What say you, Vince?
You know, it's really ironic that anything major that ever happens that's big news, when 9/11 happened, we had a big slowdown for months. If there's a hurricane, it seems like people get a little apprehensive and they think, well, oh, do I want to move to Florida now because this happens? If an earthquake happens in California, well, do I want to move there on these rare occurrences? And, you know, most of the time, everything is just splendid down here in Florida. But it does have an impact on people, I think, that are relocating, not as much on the local people because we're kind of used to this seesaw that we have going on.
But with Irma specifically, what did you see, Vince?
I saw an almost immediate slowdown and an almost complete stoppage of the real estate market for about...
Just people looking?
People just stopped looking. The phone stopped ringing. People wanting to list, people wanting to buy, people making inquiries on properties. It came to a complete standstill.
Which makes sense. Obviously, people needed to protect their property and kind of,
I think everybody needed to just take a deep breath that we dodged a bullet. And I think in Tampa more so, everybody was really just relieved that we were expecting this Category 4 hurricane and it just grazed right by us and we missed it.
So what did you see from your perspective kind of during that time?
Storm preparation and business closures in general. I mean, we experienced over a week of just complete dead time where no transactions were being consummated. I mean, literally, we were down 30% on new open orders in September and down 20% on closed orders. And that was pretty much typical for the industry.
Oh, and I was going to ask, I mean, were you surprised by that, or do you just, you know, that's kind of how all the businesses are going to be affected?
I wasn't particularly surprised. I mean, you had a situation where, you know, the lenders were asking for holds on the transactions, reasonably so. They wanted to wait and determine the fate of these.
Because it's even hard to get insurance and things, too, to make sure to get deals done.
Right.
Homeowners insurance carriers and flood insurance carriers, they wouldn't bind coverage until, you know, post-storm. And like I said, the lenders wanted to determine whether or not they were going to require re-inspections.
Okay.
We dodged a bullet. I mean, we didn't.
I was going to ask now, how are we today? Anything surprised you now, a couple weeks after Irma?
For us on the title insurance side, I was amazed in October, the beginning of October, at how quickly our order counts jumped right back to pre-storm levels. You know, the industry itself, it was a very cooperative process. I was impressed that, you know, the deals, even the ones that were delayed, they got back on track and we're right back in business.
Did you see the same thing, Vince?
I see the same thing, but the lesson to be learned for the consumers out there is during hurricane season, as soon as you purchase your home, as soon as you go under contract, when you know it's hurricane season, bind your insurance coverage then. Pay for it. So because the insurance companies, once that hurricane's brewing in the Gulf, they stop writing and they stop issuing those policies, and it can delay your closing. And if you preemptive take precautionary measures and pay ahead of time, which you're going to have to pay at closing anyway, you won't have that delay on your closing.
And I hate to be the one to say it, be the Debbie Downer, but we are not out of hurricane season yet.
We are not out of the woods yet.
So we're almost
I feel like we dodged that bullet. I'm hoping that we're going to
knock on that wood. Do it twice. Do it again. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We really appreciate you being here, and we'll see you again next week.
See you next week.
Again,
I'll be back sooner than you think.
I know, right? Thank you, Vince.
Thank you.
And for more information on how to get a hold of Vince and his team, they're realtyrant.com, or there is his number to call as well.